All right, let's take a look at some of these over-under first-round position totals on DraftKings. Quarterbacks set at 4.5 with the over heavily backed -170. Wide receivers, 6.5, massive number. The under is backed -240. Then running backs, it's kind of a sad over-under, just 0.5 and the over
one
is
won't go in the
plus
first
800.
round.
Yeah,
Running back won't go in the first round. Quarterbacks, 5 will go in the first round. So I would back the -170 number. Actually, don't think those odds are terrible. I would have it at -250 right now. Quarterbacks over 4.5. Wide receivers.
Oh, you think so? You would take the over even at -170?
So yeah,
I feel pretty good about Caleb, May, Jaden Daniels, Penix, and McCarthy all going in the first round. The wild card is Bo Nix. Like, I would love to see what that number is set at 5.5. Like, is it plus 500? Is it? That would be the interesting one. People always sleep on the teams coming back into round one to get the fifth-year option.
Yep.
Ravens did it with Lamar Jackson. Packers did it with Jordan Love. It's a very savvy play in a deep quarterback class.
Maybe the Commanders do that.
Maybe they do.
take Jaden Daniels and they're like, hey, we'll trade back in and we'll get Bo Nix. Let them figure it out.
Once upon a time, taking 2 quarterbacks in the same draft worked for them.
It really did. They traded the 3 number 1s for Robert Griffin III, RG3, and then they took Kirk Cousins in the 4th.
So you can view it as a kind of just one trade for both of them. It kind of worked out in the end.
Worked out massively. Yeah, I remember being so upset at the time. Like, we have so many needs. You just traded the farm for this guy, and now you're using a 4th-round pick on Kirk Cousins, and that ended up, both creating issues and saving them.
Yeah. You mentioned kind of no running backs expected to go in the first round, but what teams do you think need running backs, and why is it the Dallas Cowboys?
It's the Cowboys, right? There's just no other way to say this.
I'm sorry. Did you guys not see they signed Royce Freeman yesterday?
Royce Freeman.
You take that back. I don't think they need a running back at all. Listen, Jerry Jones said, I'm going all in, and then he signs Royce Freeman. Ipso facto, Super Bowl. Nothing says all in like Royce Freeman.
See their first free agent signing? All summer?
I think they brought back, their long snapper?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
There you go.
It's a great all-in summer from the Dallas Cowboys, my mortal rival in the NFC East. So between Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, as we look at the
Jalen
first
Wright,
running back rushing yards.
I like Jalen Wright a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the Chargers have done some work in free agency on the running backs. You could see them taking a guy on day 3 with how much Harbaugh wants to run the ball. Maybe he gets his old friend Blake Corum back in the fold. The Giants pick 70 makes a ton of sense for a running back there. Jalen Wright's really, really explosive. Yeah. Trey Benson probably doesn't make it there. You look at the Cowboys at 56, you would think they're looking at both Jonathan Brooks from Texas and Trey Benson from Florida State. All those teams, they're definitely in play for a running back as well. I just think a lot of the teams will wait till round 3 because you can.
Because you can.
Yeah, you don't have to take one in the first 2 rounds this year.
It is crazy, just like whoever the Cowboys draft as their running back is immediately going to become like a
thing.
Yeah.
Top 20 running back.
Yeah,
right.
It's
Easy.
unbelievable. We don't even know who the person is.
Right.
And
but literally you could just take Cowboys running back if you were doing a best ball draft right now or something like that. You absolutely would.
You know, it's a sneaky one.
What's that?
Because Zamir White looked good last year as the Raiders.
Sure.
Like, if the Raiders don't take somebody in the first 3 rounds, Zamir White how is he viewed going into this year? I mean, I would think
top
highly.
20 guy. I mean, like they want to run the ball, and he was like basically a top 10 fantasy running back from the time that Jacobs was out down the stretch last year.
And then they take someone at 77, and it's like, oh, how is this going to split?
I mean, I could see Baltimore taking another running back. Baltimore can always use more running backs. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree.
So I think Baltimore probably takes a running back. I wonder if the Commanders, who let Antonio Gibson go. Now, they did sign Austin Eckler, obviously. They still have Brian Robinson there, but
third guy.
Potentially a third guy. We'll see how they feel about Chris Rodriguez. It's a new regime. Could see them taking another depth guy, but it's going to be mostly
Giants are another one.
Giants absolutely to replace Saquon.
Yeah.
I mean,
anyone.
You're not a Gary Brightwell guy?
Yeah, come on.
Offensive line is better. If Daniel Jones is back and they take a reset, like all of a sudden it could be a vaguely competent offense, and to have a number 1 running back behind a vaguely competent
I would think
offense.
Cincinnati takes a running back too at some point. Yeah. Again, losing Mixon. I know they like what they have in Chase Brown, and they signed Singletary, right?
Right.
But
3-headed committee.
Zach Moss, sorry, same guy.
Well,
not exactly.
By definition, different guy.
Where does Singletary?
The
Did
Giants?
Singletary go to the Giants?
The Giants.
Singletary went to the Giants.
That's right.
That's why it's just like,
the running back carousel was insane.
What?
The running back carousel.
Running back carousel was insane. Yes. Singletary's with the Giants. Sorry, Zach Moss is with the Bengals. But both those teams need a little bit more depth.
Yeah, they are kind of the same. They come from the same archetype.
Well, I just,
More
you know what it
smoke and
is?
mirrors?
Obviously, Singletary and Moss were in the same Buffalo backfield for a couple of years, which is why I got them sort of, in my mind, confused a little bit, mixed up. That's why I have them associated with each other.
Look into the inner workings of your synapses.
The countdown is on.
Did you not see the 228,000 emails that I haven't read yet, Jay?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wednesday was the 100-day mark to the Summer Olympics in Paris. Tune in this summer on NBC and Peacock to see the greatest athletes in the world go for the gold in the City of Light.
Just want to yell out the crown is yours after every
Right.
comment.
City of Light.
The City of Light.
You guys think we're going
By
to
the
the
way,
Olympics?
and not only just no,
Tirico.
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to go to
We
the
were
Olympics.
backup plan.
But I think they will give us a discount code to watch it on Peacock.
That's pretty
is
good.
what I've heard. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.